In what began as an ordinary international flight from Seoul to Los Angeles, chaos, disbelief, and pure excitement rippled through the cabin when passengers realized that one of the world's biggest stars, BTS's Jungkook, was quietly sitting among them. According to multiple eyewitnesses, the global superstar boarded the flight without an official announcement or visible entourage. Wearing a simple black hoodie, cap, and mask, Jungkook seemed intent on keeping a low profile. Yet, fate, and a few sharp-eyed passengers, had other plans. "At first, I thought it was someone who looked like him," said a passenger identified as Ms. Han, 27, who was seated 3 rows ahead. "But when he lowered his mask to take a sip of water, I froze. It was really Jungkook. My heart almost stopped." The discovery spread like wildfire. Within minutes, whispers turned into gasps, gasps into excitement, and the cabin buzzed with disbelief. "Is that really him?" echoed through the aisles. Despite the murmurs, Jungkook remained composed, offering polite smiles and occasional nods but avoiding photos or direct interaction. Airplane A flight that turned into a concert hall. As the plane reached cruising altitude, tension between awe and restraint filled the air. The flight attendants appeared unusually alert, whispering instructions to each other, clearly aware of the situation. "We were told to maintain professionalism," said one crew member anonymously. But it was Jungkook. Even we were starstruck. Midway through the 11-hour flight, a soft hum began from the back of the plane, someone playing Jungkook's song, "Standing Next to You," on their phone. Passengers began to smile, sing softly, and even clap rhythmically. For a brief moment, the aircraft transformed into a floating concert hall. What surprised everyone most was Jungkook's reaction. Instead of being irritated, the BTS member lifted his head, chuckled lightly, and nodded along to the beat. According to multiple witnesses, he even mouthed a few lyrics, sending the cabin into controlled hysteria. "I can't believe I just sang with Jungkook 30,000 feet above the ocean," said Daniel Cho, a 19-year-old fan returning to university in Los Angeles. "This was the luckiest flight of my life." Newspaper media outcry and airport chaos. By the time the flight landed, news had already leaked. A single post on X, formerly Twitter, with a blurred photo of a man in a black hoodie captioned, "Pretty sure Jungkook is on my flight." Flushed-face airplane went viral within minutes, amassing millions of views before the plane even touched down. When flight KE-017 finally arrived at LAX, hundreds of fans were waiting at the arrival gate, holding banners and flowers. Security scrambled to form a protective corridor as Jungkook emerged, bowing politely and waving briefly before being escorted out. HYBE Entertainment, BTS's agency, later confirmed that Jungkook was traveling for a private schedule related to a collaborative project. No further details were disclosed. "We appreciate fans' understanding and respect for his privacy during travel," the statement read. That didn't stop major entertainment outlets from covering the story. Headlines flooded Korean and international media. Jungkook turns plane ride into unplanned fan meeting. K-Global News, passengers lose their minds after spotting BTS star in economy cabin. BuzzPop Asia, he was right there with us. Flight of the century as Jungkook boards commercial jet. Hollywood wave eye behind the decision to fly commercial. The question that followed was simple yet intriguing. Why would Jungkook, one of the most recognizable faces in the world, choose to fly on a regular commercial flight? Insiders suggest that the singer wanted a sense of normalcy. He's been known to enjoy blending in, a source close to the idol told Seoul Star Daily. Jungkook sometimes travels quietly to feel like an ordinary person again, even if just for a few hours. HYB's internal travel logs reportedly confirm that the flight had no official security detail on board, apart from 2 discreet company staff members seated several rows away. That small act of independence struck fans deeply. Online, the hashtag Jungkook on our flight trended globally for 18 consecutive hours. "It shows how humble he is," one fan wrote. "He could have taken a private jet, but he chose to be with people, like us." Speech balloon eyewitness stories go viral. Countless stories began emerging from passengers who shared fleeting interactions with Jungkook. One woman described how the idol helped her retrieve a fallen water bottle. Another recalled him politely switching seats to accommodate a family. He said, "It's okay, family first," with a smile, wrote at HannahKim93 on Instagram. That small moment made my year. Videos soon surfaced, brief clips showing Jungkook walking down the aisle, standing near the lavatory, and even adjusting his hoodie before sleeping. Although HYBE requested the removal of intrusive footage, fans defended him passionately. He didn't deserve to be recorded secretly, one top fan account posted. Let's remember that Jungkook is a person, not just an idol. Despite debates about privacy, the incident reminded millions why Jungkook continues to captivate hearts, not just with music but with sincerity. Microphone. A quiet star among clouds. As the plane crossed the Pacific, the atmosphere gradually calmed. Most passengers respected his wish for peace. Jungkook was seen reading a book, listening to music, and occasionally peering through the window. It was beautiful, said a middle-aged businessman seated diagonally behind him. He looked so at ease, like a boy chasing dreams through the clouds. At one point, a toddler from seat 42C wandered down the aisle and stopped by Jungkook's leg. The idol smiled, gently high-fived the child, and whispered something that made the little one giggle. The moment melted everyone's hearts. That small act of kindness made the whole cabin feel warm, said Ms. Han, the same passenger who first spotted him. Arrival and aftermath. Upon arrival, Jungkook's brief appearance at the terminal caused a frenzy that security barely contained. Yet, even amid flashing cameras, he maintained composure, bowing and thanking the crew before disappearing into a waiting vehicle. Social media exploded with admiration, memes, and disbelief. Fan accounts analyzed every detail. The brand of hoodie he wore, the earphones he used, even the book on his tray table, rumored to be The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. The flight number itself, KE017, became legendary overnight, dubbed the Golden Flight. Imagine telling your grandkids, "I once flew with Jungkook," wrote one viral post with 3.2 million likes. Airline stock prices even saw a slight uptick the following morning due to the unexpected publicity. Korean Air humorously tweeted, "Thank you for flying with us, even golden passengers." Purple Heart. Global impact. From Seoul to Sao Paulo, news outlets replayed the story for days. International fans wrote heartfelt letters and creative fan art depicting Jungkook sitting calmly by an airplane window. Airline experts called it the most peaceful celebrity encounter ever recorded mid-air, while cultural commentators praised the moment as proof of Jungkook's relatability despite his fame. HYBE, meanwhile, remained silent about the destination project, fueling speculation of an upcoming collaboration or surprise performance in Los Angeles. Sparkle's legacy of a flight to remember. Weeks later, passengers from flight KE017 created a private online group called Cloud9 Travelers. They shared photos, without Jungkook, journal entries, and even a shared playlist inspired by songs he was rumored to be listening to. "Every time I hear 7 Now, I remember that flight," said one member. He didn't say much, but his presence spoke volumes. In retrospect, what made the event so moving wasn't the chaos or fame, but the quiet humanity that unfolded above the clouds. Jungkook, one of the brightest stars on earth, had chosen, just for a while, to live among ordinary people.